Wow, you can see behind me some cows, and that means we're either dairy, milk, cheese, something like that. I think it's a cheese factory, Ashgrove Cheese Factory. In fact, it's got to be that good. I've managed to get a bulk load. Hooked up the tanker. Anyway, on Wikicamps and a few other reviews, they say it's a good spot to stay. Well, not to stay, to come and visit and sample. And it's got, as you can see, plenty of room to park. So that's one of the major reasons I'm looking for places like this. It's good. So yeah, Ashgrove, the home of the happiest cows around, eh? Let's go and taste it. The cows, no, the cheese. Sadly, on a weekend, a lot of these places are not functioning, but obviously that's all the producing side of things. I'm here at the nursery. How good's this? All of them sitting there, pretty appropriately named. So it's 100% Tasmanian family owned and operated. That's Ashgrove. And their cows are a combination of Brown Swiss, Jersey and Holstein Friesian. And each cow enjoys 2.5 acres of grazing pasture. Happy cows. So very tasty cheese. So some tasting area, places you can eat a lot of their like sandwiches and nachos with cheese on them and things. And then of course the store. So yeah, see how Jude's getting on.
We are at Christmas Hill Raspberry Farm, and Dean brought me here because he thought it'd be quite neat. We've got some food coming soon. I actually bought some raspberry jam. I've got Sprayton pear cider, and look at the size of the raspberries. Aren't they huge?
Yep, well there we have it. Christmas Hills Raspberry Farm. Yum, yum, yum. The waffles, Belgian waffles we had, excellent. And we had Tasmanian tiny taties. And the big thing Jude and I have just noticed, the flavour of everything is just 9 out of 10. So you won't believe it, we're ready for dessert even though we've had Belgian waffles. What are you doing to me, Jude? Oh, so here's our next call. Van Diemen's Land Creamery, ice cream gelato. Well, it mightn't be a double, eh, hun? It might be a single. I might ration myself. So we'll dive into here, and then that's pretty much us. We'll be done, and I don't like my chances of having dinner tonight.
I have sausages for breakfast.
Yeah, but definitely plenty of flavours to choose from. Alrighty, Van Diemen's Land. It was a bust. Queue's that long. It's virtually out the door, and yeah, it's getting late in the day, so oh well, diet time. got room for those sausages after all. Wow, has Tasmania put it on today. Beautiful. So yeah, day 3, just finding our way slowly, getting there. We're halfway between Launceston and Devonport, in a little town called Deloraine, I think they call it. Beautiful little town, and it's quite known for the, I think it's the Menda River, and we're at a point where it is very, very pretty. That is downstream of us on this neat little swing bridge, and the swing bridge is only a stone's throw away from an RV park that we're only paying $3 a night, which is pretty good. And then up this other side, a couple of stone bridges. I think the one further up you can just see underneath the rail bridge. That one was made with convict help way back in the early days. I'll learn a bit more of that around here. Very full on with convicts. But this power station over here is the oldest of its type. It was built back in 1907, and it housed 2 turbines. So obviously I think a little channel was built to duct water into the turbine and then send it on its way back down the river. So yeah, real pretty little spot right here. We're going to meander around. This town's well known as an arty town. A lot of artists around the place, and they've put a lot of their handiwork around this river, so we'll go and check it out. Well, there you go. I don't know whether you can see it, but just over my shoulder you'll see some ringlets. And woohoo, my first platypus in the wild in Tasmania. So not far from where we're camping. There's we're starting a bit of a trail where there's mosaics and sculptures and things all over the show. So yeah, it's a lovely little walk. We're going to walk from swing bridge to swing bridge, and then up and through to town. So yeah, a river work of art. Nice little tour. Right, we're on the platypus spotting trail. Seen one working around here now. He's been down for about 20 odd seconds. We're going to look for some bubbles. Somewhere around there we will spot some bubbles coming up. Oh, there he is, right hand side, no bubbles. He's just come straight up. There he is, sitting on the surface. He'll have a little munch, little look around, and then he's going to go for a dive again. There he goes. There we have it, the mysterious platypus. There he is, bang smack in the middle of the screen. Oh, look at that, he's swimming. He's swimming. Boom. So how's this? This is the Menda River, and this bridge here is one of the major accesses to Deloraine. And I think way back in the 1830s, it was a bit of a ford, and then they built a bridge. Well, it got washed out, I think a couple of times. And these stone pillars that you see on the bridge, this is back down to 1877, I think, when a more substantial bridge was built. So yeah, those pillars are still the original 1877 pillars. I'm sure there's a lot older bridges out there, but the fact that, you know, I've just seen huge big semis and trailers all go over it. So the only modifications they've done is just the top bit. It's just been widened and strengthened. So yeah, good test of time, eh? Pretty neat, very nice. Right, just started a journey up the street of Deloraine, and the first shop I go into, it's a wicked store. And I did see a little thing on Wikicamps. There is a stall that has a bit of a dedication to the Jack the Ripper mystery. So I've walked in here, the nice gentleman, he has a relative, Alfred I think it was. He was a detective around the time of the case. I didn't know much about Jack the Ripper. Yes, I've heard about it and seen a bit on telly, but this man can just tell you amazing in depth. He's got stuff that I don't think anybody else has in some cases, some of the interesting information, even down to the fact where there's some 3D printed type models down here depicting the areas of the streets and where the body's laid and all that sort of stuff. And letters and newspaper clippings, just fantastic. So I'll give a little swing around here, just give you a brief on what it looks like in here. You can see it from behind me. But if he's ever got a bit of spare time and you want to hear him, Be prepared, he's got a lot of facts, they're amazing. And then I'll walk out and show you the store too, because it's pretty awesome. So I'll just walk around. It's the store that I'm in. It's very goth, steampunk, incense. It's got a lot of magic, Harry Potter sort of vibe going on, and obviously that the Jack the Ripper, Whitechapel, little halls down in that area there. But a good little spot to pop on in and get the story of Jack the Ripper and check out an amazing store. I'm pleased I didn't bring Mrs. in. She'd buy too much. As you walk around the streets of Deloraine, you come across all these aluminium statues. They were a brainchild of about 15 artists that said, let's make something of the town and let's put our heads together basically and do some sculpture art. So I think it was around about 2001. They put together 13 of these sculptures and put them down this lower Emu Street, I think it was, they called it. And yeah, went off with a bang. People loved it, took selfies and photos and everything of them. So yeah, Upper Emu Street said, that's no good. We want a bit of this action as well. So they made another 13 or 15 or something. So the street's covered with them. And yeah, good thing to come along, take some photos. As you can see, Jude's taken a few. Be prepared to be bombarded.
So we're at Christmas Hill. I got a tree in it just for some reason. Anyway, here today we're at Christmas Tree Hill. No. Okay. I got the giggles on now. Okay.
Right, just starting a journey up the street of